Pepsi. So hey guys, Capacity3 here and welcome to the first actual video of 2018. We are going to be looking through the final delivery of the Beatles vinyl collection. I would say the final video, but there are two things that we are still waiting on, and I will go through that a little bit after this video. So received these last week. Came with the second storage box, so everything's in the storage box now with all the other albums. Christmas came by, we got the record player. It's a GPO Jam. Love it to bits. You can get it for relatively cheap, for about in the 60s to 70 range. Love it. So we're going to be looking through issues 22 and 23, the final delivery, which will consist of the Blue album, known as 1967 to 1970, and we'll be looking at Past Masters. Now Past Masters, I don't know if this is volumes 1 and 2, because I know there were different volumes. So without further ado, let's just get right down into it. So here's issue 22, the Blue album. It's got the same cover as what we saw back in issue 11, I believe. The Red album, 1963 to 1966. So, well, I think it was 62. I can't remember. But yeah, got the Blue album here, and we'll just show the song list. A couple of songs that you might find familiar: the Sgt. Pepper's, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, I Am the Walrus, Hello Goodbye, Hey Jude, Revolution, Back in USSR, Why My Guitar Gently Weeps, Get Back, which is what I listened to today, Don't Let Me Down, Here Comes the Sun, Come Together, Octopus's Garden, etc, etc. And of course, as we normally do for the first video of 2018 and the last time that we're going to be doing this, we're going to be reading through the very first page here. So 1967 to 1970. 3 years after the Beatles had stopped working together, two double LPs featuring some of the group's best known songs were released on 2nd of April 1973. Such is the strength of the group's catalogue. 54 songs are featured on the two albums, in addition to the 26 A-sides released in the UK between 1962 and 1970. 28 songs from LPs and non-album B-sides were also included on the records. Each double album soon became known by the central colour used in its artwork. The compilation covering the Beatles' releases up to 1966 was dubbed the Red Album. Its companion with selected tracks from the group's last years as a unit has forever been known as the Blue Album. So you guys can probably tell why they called it the Blue Album and the Red Album. So yeah, there we go, we've got all of them together here. Awesome stuff. There we go, just go through the magazine. There's Sgt. Pepper. I think this was like some of the still shots they got. Which, by the way, if you've not looked in the Sgt. Pepper's album, there is something inside which tells you all 87 objects and characters in here. So you can probably tell that they had oh boy, what's his face? I can't tell. I can't remember the name now because he was in Bram Stoker's Dracula. But you can tell some faces are in there, and got a few unknown people in there. It's like wax dolls and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a bit of a spoiler because I have opened all these records, especially the ones that we're going to be looking at. So yeah. So here's more here. And here's the last page, all of them together. That's lovely. And then at the back we'll be looking at Past Masters next. So here is the album itself. Nothing particularly different. See, this is the cover photo that you can use for Please Please Me, but all the younger and older versions of themselves. Because I've opened this, that's what it looks like. I think the photo is the same in the red album, all of them with the kids. There you go, you can see John way up there. It tells all the tracks down the bottom. But yeah, I'm not going to show you the vinyl itself, but got something inside. This came with the red album as well. Just tells you bits and pieces about the album itself. Awesome. Now, I love these albums for what they are. Sure, this is where the vinyl is stored. It has all the lyrics to all the songs. Awesome. But I really hate it when it's not even in a paper plastic sleeve, which could probably damage the vinyl itself. I kind of hate those things, so I'm going to have to get one of those protective sleeves for the records itself. But overall, I like it for what it is. It has all the lyrics on the on here. Same applies to the other one, which I won't bother getting out, but has all the lyrics on here. That's the Ballad of John and Yoko that I just pulled out. So yeah, that's the blue album. Put the magazine on the side. And now we'll be looking through, sorry guys, we'll be looking through Past Masters. So there it is. This is the final one. At the back, we'll be reading through this in a bit. But yeah, Past Masters. There we go, there's the tracks. We see a lot of Love Me Do in most of the albums. I Want to Hold Your Hand. I'm just reading it from the camera here. I can just see on my TV. Matchbox, I Feel Fine, She's a Woman, I'm Down, Day Tripper, Lady Madonna, Hey Jude, Get Back, again, Don't Let Me Down, Ballad of John and Yoko. So yeah, a couple of the same songs for what we saw on the blue album. And then here's Past Masters, reading from the first page. Remastering and the vinyl cut. First time around from 1962 to 1970, the Beatles' music was predominantly released on vinyl discs. However, from the late 1970s onwards, the once dominable record was challenged by a succession of other formats. Compact cassette achieved its highest share of the album market in the late 1980s. Then it was quickly superseded by a digital format, the compact disc. Sales grew rapidly from the mid-1980s until, following 25 years as the dominant medium, the CD entered the head-to-head battle with non-physical music carrier, the invisible computer file. Although sales of records declined dramatically during the last years of the 20th century, the expected disappearance of vinyl forever did not occur. Nowadays, demand for music pressed on vinyl outstrips the means to produce it. So there we go. And here's more from the magazine. All of them together there. There's the boys. You've got more. Just shows an image of the vinyl being made. Yeah, that's pretty much it in Past Masters. I'm going to read what's on the back here. So this is by the publisher, D'Agostini, who brought out this collection. So yeah, Past Masters brings us to the end of the historic collection of the Beatles' music on vinyl. We hope that you enjoyed hearing the songs on the 180-gram vinyl. Whether you're reliving memories of the past or listening to the albums for the first time, we also hope that you enjoyed reading about how the albums were recorded and released. The accompanying magazines were written by Beatles aficionado, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's by Kevin Howlett and gave fascinating behind the scenes insights about each album. Thank you for collecting this series, and we hope it will give you listening pleasure for many years to come. Now, I was hearing rumours that they might be adding more to this collection, because I know there's more albums about here. They had a Christmas collection that was recently brought out. There's a new album called Something New, and I know you can get 8 days a week. I did see it in HMV, 8 days a week live at Hollywood Bowl. And I know there's Live in Hamburg 1962 been floating around somewhere. I do see a couple other the random albums of the Beatles somewhere, but they're not particularly easy to get. You can find them on Amazon, you know, you can try your luck, or eBay even, but yeah, it's been a blast grabbing the Beatles vinyl collection. I've had one major problem, which was the picture frame, which has been replaced, thank God. Yeah, the little rant I will make in just a second is about two things that I'm still waiting on for this collection. One of them we had nothing about, and the other one we've seen it on a receipt 3 times now. 3 times. So, just mention that in a sec. Here's the album. Again, do tell me if this is volumes 1 and 2 with it, because I'm not too sure, it doesn't really say. All the tracks on here. There we go, as you open it up. Awesome. Each vinyl is in here. Black sleeve. And then sometimes these are really difficult to actually put back because you have to, it's like you can't really fold it all well, which I'm having trouble with now, funny enough. Yeah, here's the other one, Parlophone. And then we have a little booklet here. Well, I say it's a booklet, it just tells you more. Oh look, funny enough, this photo I have a canvas of. You can't really see it, it's behind the camera, but I actually have this on the canvas right here. So this was in Sefton Park in Liverpool, 25th of March 1963. It's a good thing that I know now. But they had different facial expressions in this one compared to the one that I have on the wall. But yeah, that's awesome. Try to get this back in here. See if we can fold it up nicely. So that's Past Masters, as told here. And once again, here is the Blue album. So yeah, that's basically the entire Beatles vinyl collection. I do know that A Hard Day's Night, which is what I listened to a couple of weeks ago, it has that buffed chord at the beginning of Hard Day's Night. I would go ahead and replace it, but even though I am kind of annoyed, I just not bother. I mean, I don't want to go through all the struggles of Stripey, who actually is still doing this collection. He's a bit behind with this at the moment. He just got Live at the BBC and Please Please Me, so he's got 3 more deliveries till he's done. But yeah, I've pretty much done all this. I don't know about Darren Locke, if he's got any of the premium items that I'm missing out, but they've mentioned 0 whatsoever, and I'll show you that in a sec. So these are all the premium items. we've got everything here. We've got the t-shirt, the photo frame which they replaced, the vinyl mat, the mug which I've not even used yet, the backpack which one of the strings, you know, when you just tighten it up around your like your shoulder, that's kind of it can easily be pulled off, but I can fix that. So of all 3 deliveries from issues 18 and 19 till now, till the final thing, and I don't know if they're actually going to mention anything about this anymore because we're done with the collection. They'll probably just leave it in the abyss. This, the notebook, they said there were stock shortages, and I don't know anybody at all. 3 times they've mentioned stock shortages on a notebook. How hard is it to get notebooks in? You know, it's pieces of paper with a nice fancy cover on it. Yeah, that's lovely. You know, it's got the Beatles vinyl collection on it. But how on earth can they be run out of stock shortages on a notebook 3 times? And also, this USB portable charger, they've mentioned 0. They mentioned 0, nothing whatsoever about the USB portable charger. So I have no idea what's going on with that, because they've been all over the place when it came to these deliveries. I think I got this a little while after, on like the 8th delivery, because it's always been about stock shortages. When the delivery came, it's going, oh, we got stock shortages, they're coming with the next delivery, and they did. 3 times they've mentioned about a notebook. I don't know, guys, I really don't know. And they've mentioned 0 about the portable charger. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I think probably in the next coming weeks, I will send them an email just to say I've got everything within the collection, I'm happy with what I've got, but I've done the premium subscription and you've mentioned 3 times that you've got stock shortages on a notebook. How? Why? What's going on there? And you've mentioned nothing at all about the USB portable charger. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't, because they mentioned nothing according on the receipts. Because it puts down everything that's listed down, and then it says on the side, oh, stock shortages or out of stock letter included with it. Pointless, bit pointless right there. I don't know, guys. So I will email them, because I think it's much more better to email them instead of just calling them over the phone, because Stripey did that. I've seen the video. Go to Stripey Rambles if you don't know what I'm on about. The customer service, that was just I don't know if I want to go through that mess. So the 2 premium films, I will keep you guys updated with that. If I hear nothing at all, then well, screw it. I mean, I'm happy with what I've got right here. Portable charger would have been nice, notebook would have been nice, even though I wouldn't really use it as much, especially with the charger. But it would be nice to have within the collection. You know, I've got everything besides those 2 things. Oh well. Yeah, enough of that. I just thought I'd mention that for those who did not know, or for those who are still getting the collection, or just finished and think, wait, was I supposed to get something I don't remember? Well, I think I'm pretty much the first one that said it here, folks. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Beatles vinyl collection. I will probably do a video in the next coming months. When I upgrade this camera, I'm going to go fully in depth with every single album, what you expect, and probably do some vinyl plays and give you my thoughts on the album, because there are some in here which I've listened to for the first time. I listened to Let It Be today, as well as Revolver. Brilliant. So if anyone would like a like me to do like short reviews and stuff like that. I'm not the type of review guy, but I will give you my thoughts on the album and the songs and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's basically it for this collection. I've pretty much done with everything. If they're doing more by the Agostini, because I've been hearing rumours here and there, but we'll have to see what happens. If they do more vinyl collections like this, then I will be hooked on it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Beatles vinyl collection, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you for the next video. See you guys. Bye bye.